let me put a situation in, because the truth is that somebody can be an enemy because maybe the person for some reason said something bad that made you lose your job, and that person, because the person wanted your job, right? So they conspired with people and got you fired. So obviously you hate that person. Now you have a best friend who, for whatever reason, has reason to do that story. There's a story I just came to mind that you are aware of. So that your friend knows that, okay, this person conspired to get rid of this person. Now this is the person. Unfortunately, this person has something to do with this person in a different office. And they are friends. So now you now find out, oh, you are the one that got my friend fired. Now, would you, because of my friend that you got fired, stop that relationship you have with them because you are meeting them on a different level? But now you realize that, oh, you are the person that's fired Mariam in the office. Oh my goodness. Would you now not give that person their own benefits to understand exactly what happened?
That person at arm's length.
What happened?
So but you also need that person.
So
I'm your friend.
Yes.
And I know that this third person got you fired.
Yes.
And I know the circumstances, based on what you've told me, that it looked like she manipulated it
and conspired against fire. And you now have the right.
I've had this relationship with her without knowing that this ever happened.
No, you now meet her separately.
Knowing this story.
Yes.
I'm going and be best friends with her.
But you need her for something. But you need her for something else.
Hold on,
that means me too, I'm a bad person.
No.
Combination of that's what I wanted to get. So that means that for me to go there.
Let's explain. So two people started working in the same establishment. One stayed and one had to go. And the circumstances of him leaving did not make sense. So future things, they would talk and say, you see that thing, and this person had the ability to help me, but she didn't. She could have changed things for me, but she didn't. And so this one just said, thank God I don't work with her, or I don't know. Then fast forward, things change. They're in the head office working together with that same person. And this one just continued to hold back. And the person is trying to, it's like we went to the same school. It's like, I know you. And this one kept holding back, thinking, no, I just need to be careful of this person who couldn't have the back of our common friend. And then fast forward, the facts were dropping out, and says, that matter. This one was just like, this person. He said,
my friend stole in the office.
He stole in the office. He moved company funds to this magnitude. And the decision fell on my table. I struggled. It's either I did the right thing or I lost because of him. And see the standard he was holding that person to, that he never shared. That was like, the work stopped at my table. I was to investigate and I was to decide. It was tough for me. And if anytime I look at the amount in question, it breaks my heart that I even associated with such a person. Look at the stupid amount. Look at, why would you even do fraud? Why would you do company fraud? And the other person came out, it was like a light bulb moment for him.
Context.
I've always held this against this person. I was going to share a story of a friend. I decided to make
but hold on. Let me take Tunde's call for a while, please. Tunde, thanks for calling. Is it Tunji? Hello? I'm so sorry I lost that call. Go ahead.
But in areas you've given an example of maybe the person was right. It doesn't always happen that way.
It doesn't always.
Yes.
But it doesn't always happen wrongly too.
Yes, but I'm saying this happened because eventually it came out. It came out. What if eventually
your friend is the wrong person?
Yes. What if eventually it came out that person that had become enemy deserved to be enemy? And then you have gone ahead to form a friendship. How would you feel about yourself?
Don't form a friendship. Be neutral. Keep the door open for an explanation. You just might get a new detail that will put things. You see, I've learned things. I confided in a friend. So we had one mutual common person who was an acquaintance to us generally. And so this issue, every time this person will come and find trouble, I'll be like, I'll go to this my friend when I need to vent. And I just knew. There was one particular instance that happened. They were like, okay, they're trying to resolve, the families were trying to resolve. They invited all parties. And this person had all my event details. All. in details, even more detailed than I had them. I was like, it's only one person I used to vent this event for. What is happening? So when I brought up my phone and said, I want to call that person. She sort of started a fracas. Another erupted shout like, no. That's not what is happening here. I said, no, I need to call. There's somebody I need to call into this conversation. He's looking somehow to me. And everybody then say, you're not patient. Calm down. So I now calm down. You know that we never confronted that situation till date. And I kept forever, because she later apologized. They forced us to settle. They say, you act as the older person. You cannot be 10 years older than this person, and we're having this conversation, or you're all going to settle. And I went back home. Every time I sleep, I see that my friend. And it flashes at work. Because as my friend, I can vent anybody's vent to you. And you'll be neutral. That's the way I am. Anybody can be giving me a hard time. Even in my family, it could be my mother-in-law's vent I'm venting to you. I don't expect that my mother-in-law will have it in details.
Okay.
You've never been a friend. Really.
I think this is subjective. I think
I
think it depends really on what they are venting to you about. If, as I said, you come to me and said, YK stole your husband, Auntie, I don't want to know. I mean, it's specific. So YK has stolen my husband.
If I like,
there's a tweet that I have to. It says, Nima, you should still hear from Miriam. Now, maybe it is Nima's husband that is disturbing her.
Yeah, he's also here. He's calling my case. He say, Yeni and Nima, you should still hear from Mariam. Maybe it's Nima's husband that is disturbing.
Or maybe the husband and YK were childhood sweethearts, and it just so happened that they reconnected.
Okay.
So
what makes it? Yeah, but what makes it right? It still does not make it right. All the excuses you are giving is that YK is aware that Nima's husband is Nima's husband, whether you were after life sweethearts or before life sweethearts.
But it's not matters of heart.
No. What I'm saying is that whether I would take it personally, maybe I'll not take it so personally, but I'll be very careful of the YK, because if she can do that to Nima, if she can. For me, that's about value. If you don't have respect for someone's marriage and someone's home, and you're able to do that, then I don't want to have anything to do with you.
I think I've had this.
Then when I have if for any reason we have to meet, then it will be me meeting you knowing that I've got my guard up. I would not meet with you thinking that
I don't know if this is relatable. I don't know if this is relatable, because I've shared this story several times where when my husband was in the neighborhood and I was not fighting, that he expected me to defend him. So we're having neighbors. One of the neighbors went to go and do something wrong to another neighbor, and my husband took it up and was having a fisting fight with the other person. And I was trying to tell my husband to calm down, stop it. And I was telling you, I was even so accusing the neighbor, because the neighbor was definitely wrong. Yeah. He turned on the generator and positioned in somebody else's window, and the child was coughing on me. So my husband is there trying to fight for this, and I was telling him, calm down. And he was upset with me that both of us should have been, he's supposed to be our common enemy. You shouldn't be trying to look reasonable in this. Until tomorrow, he still references that you did not defend me. And I'm thinking, how can I? Because you are raising your fist in public. I mean, it is wrong, but two wrongs cannot make it right. So in that kind of friendship, so imagine if it was my friend, and my friend is expecting me to be fighting on her behalf.
You've told us that story before, but when you told us the story, you did tell us that there was fight.
Let
me tell you, I'm going somewhere. And so, I was on I agreed with you, and I still think that you were right, which was, I thought you were calming down a heightened situation that had gone, They
didn't throw punches, but they were men trying to...
Okay, it had gone really bad, and you were just using that just to calm your husband. So let's just say that they had this conversation, and everybody's upset with each other. Then I'll now see you, Mariah, now saying hello to the neighbor. That is where my own problem will be. Yes.
You have never seen perspective.
No. Let me stay on that. So I can't go back to that neighbor tomorrow and say, hello, Mr. John.
No. When I'm still carrying your fight, that's why they see that person.
That's something me.
See, how do they laugh for you? They say me and wife, you don't tie your private
fight. You have fought. You've not come back to apologize to my husband. We have not sat down to look at that conversation. Then I am seeing you and whispering, hey, Mr. John. I mean, Mr. Brown will be with the car with you, and then you're waving to the person.
No. Mr. Brown, if I'm Mr. Brown that day, I will pull.
You will lose both friendship.
Yeah, you lose both. Because one thing is that you have to pick a side. True.
See, there is no permanent
my brother
side.
says one thing. Because if somebody offends him, he will say, I know, he doesn't forget, I don't want to be your friend. Don't stay far away from me. And Nigerians, we have this, forgive him now. So my brother uses this example. But if he had a gun, and if this person has a gun and he aims it at you to kill you, but for some reason or other, it misses you, then he now comes to you and says, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Say if they didn't miss you, who will he say sorry to?
Exactly.
So that's why my brother keeps everyone.
We have the comments. We have to wrap up. We have 30 seconds.
So Andrew has said that I've seen women. This is making it about women, because I don't think men usually settle or decide things this way. But this is about women. Say I've seen women lose good friendship for the most fickle things and making this conversation about women.
Okay.
You know.
Let me say, Mrs. Shuaga said that, good morning, ladies. Do not be enemy to anyone's enemy. If you cannot mediate between the two of them, keep your own relationship amongst the two of them. Well done. So she just saying.
But the people, when you say mediate, that means there's an opportunity to mediate. What if it's not that they called you into a mediation, whatever? I've just heard about this, my friend who lives in, let's say, Zamfara, for example. I've always just said to Mariah about this, my friend who lives in Zamfara, who did me wrong. And you know me, this is Miriam, I know who she is. And this person in Zamfara did her so wrong. There's no point in mediating. You just know that wherever you meet this person, you will just be careful with that person. So it's not as if they came and met you, look at our issues, mediate. That's a different issue altogether. When that happens, you sit down and you resolve an issue. But when it has happened and you're in different places, I don't think
we have to wrap up, unfortunately.
Be careful whose enemies you inherit or stay away completely.
Be careful whose friends you have.
We have to go.
Gareth says, my cousin's wife has caused the rift between me and my cousin because I decided to mediate between her and my friend's issue. Now I'm out of my cousin's house because of her. So it's better to mediate than inherit an enemy.
Oh, I have to run. But I think that's all we can take. Somebody said they're trying to call, they cannot connect. I'm so sorry. We have to wrap up the show. That's all we can take on today's show. Hope you learned a few things and don't inherit anybody's enemy.
They did not forgive you.
Right, we can see you tomorrow. Bye for now.